Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings. We're here. Leigh Wood. Leigh, it's been a while since we've caught up, but a lot's gone on in your career, although not maybe being as active as you'd like. Your name's still been in the news. What's he doing? Who's he fighting? Is he outpricing himself? No, he isn't. And look, you've got a big fight. You're in Nottingham. Belfast boy again.
Yeah. Have you missed me or what? No, everything. I don't know about you, but everything I want. Unbelievable fight, a new challenge. It's going to be a hard fight. There's no ifs and buts about it. It's going to be a great fight for the fans, and it's in my own city of Nottingham. What more do I want?
Look, I want to talk about the Cacace fight, but I want to talk about this sort of period in between. In the build-up to, I think, Josh's fight with Cacace, the talk was, look, ideally we get Leigh Wood over the line. We're just going back and forth, etc. Why didn't that from the horse's mouth rather than everyone speculating? You tell us why that fight didn't happen.
There's a few reasons. When we negotiated first for the fight, and I did agree to. Well, I think Matchroom agreed as well. I thought we had an agreement, and then as months went by, things changed, and I got injured, and then I literally couldn't fight. So it was more of just trying to delay it a little bit, but. Then he got the Wembley, was really close to getting it done in the end, and then he got the Cacace fight. So, and then after that, for me, injury was still niggling a little bit. But when that got announced, I want that fight. Then I even got into talk straight away. I want the Cacace fight, and then my team was like, "Look, you're not going to be ready in so many weeks." I was a bit gutted because I wanted that fight at that time on that stage, but. Didn't happen, and then still niggling a little bit after that, and then it was getting the right opponent. Obviously, he just boxed, so it's getting the right opponent. It needs to be a big fight. It needs to get me up for it. It needs to get the fans up for it as well. I didn't want to tick over fight. It's just that'd probably be the worst thing for me, performance-wise, not getting up for it, and I'd probably look quite bad in a fight like that. I need to get my the juices flowing to see the best of me, and then towards the end of the year, I got this fight pretty much sealed.
Yeah, you need to be motivated, especially at this stage of your career. It's got to be something that you can get out of bed and do the runs for, especially. And look, Anto Cacace ticks a box. What do you say to them people that are in between? Because obviously, you don't really get involved in the media side of it. You're not reaching out to sort of tell your story. You sort of let everything just sort of play out. So we hear a lot of Leigh Wood's outpricing himself, wants too much money. What do you say to the people who say that?
No, I'm not even fussed what people say, what people think. I've got a job to do. I'll go out there and do it. It's just hearsay, but if people are talking about you, whether it's good or bad, they're talking about you. So yeah, let them talk, and I'll just let my performances do the talking for me.
Look, Anto Cacace, world level fighter, I think later on in his career, maybe like yourself, sort of finding his best form, and what a win over Joe Cordina. What kind of fight are you expecting? Is this reminiscent of, obviously, the fight you had with Mick? You can have that Belfast atmosphere, Nottingham, when the fans come together. I remember that atmosphere like it was yesterday. It was very, very loud. Is it sort of, reminiscent of that?
Possibly. I'm preparing for my hardest fight to date. It possibly will be. Atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. With the response we've had on tickets already, I don't think they've officially gone on sale, but the response we've had, it's looking at a sellout. I'm not sure how long it's going to be from when they get announced it, but I think they're going to go pretty quick. So thank you to everyone that's bought a ticket, that's coming to support me. Sorry about the long layoff, but better late than never. But yeah, Anthony's a really good fighter and he's flying with confidence at the minute. So I'm looking forward to the challenge of going out there and draining that confidence out of him.
You say draining the confidence out of him. What type of fight are we expecting? Are we expecting a trademark Leigh Wood goes into deep waters and you pull something out of the bag? What are we expecting?
Do you ever get anything less? Even the fights that are supposed to be easy are never easy. The fights that are supposed to be hard always have excitement and drama and twists and turns. So just tune in.
For you now at this stage of your career, I know you really wanted that City ground fight. Are you at peace with that may never happen, or is there talks in the background to say, look, if this goes well, maybe? Or is that, because I know at what point, I think you were at the point of, look, that doesn't happen, I've sort of done it all kind of thing, but you're here and you're fighting in the arena now. So where are we at with that?
No, a lot of people are pointing things like, oh, it's their fault. It's not anyone's fault. The club is so up for doing it, but there's a lot of things that go around the fight. It needs to be the right fight. It needs to be a big fight. It needs to be a fight where both me and my opponent sell a lot of tickets and create a big draw, because there's a lot of people to fill an arena, 30-odd thousand. So you just need a little bit of luck as well. And not only that, I've done myself over really by beating my biggest domestic rival in Sheffield instead of letting that fight play out. But he ain't going to wait around till October, till the May. So, loads of things that need to work, and I feel like I've done everything I can do to try and get that fight. I needed a little bit of luck, probably didn't land right, but I can't sit around and just wait for that forever. So the show goes on.
I suppose in an ideal world, other people who sell tickets go on a good streak, and you can manage to, find them. Who are the people out there who can put bums in seats in that stadium? Who are they from your point of view?
There's not many. That's why we haven't quite got it over the line, because I don't think me and Anto would have been the fight for the City Ground. We were talking about it, but it needs to be a really big fight, and it needs to be someone that pulls some numbers. You know what I mean?
I know this is sort of a long way back, but obviously you and Mick had fight of the year. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen live. If I know you obviously Jordan's just beaten him as well, but he's on he's starting his comeback in March 7th. If he sort of goes on a good win streak and you're still fighting, do you look at that and go, maybe that's one for you both, sort of near the back end, to say, let's sort of rekindle old memories here and have a good old shootout?
Yeah, for sure. I think if he can chalk up a few wins, that could be the one. But I'm just taking my career fight by fight. I don't know how many more fights I'm going to have, but never say never. If he can chalk up a few good wins, and that rematch is always going to be a big fight, regardless of when or where it is. Just because what happened in the first fight will be expected to happen in the second fight. Even non-boxing fans that drawn such a crowd. Every time something gets shared, it's like 4 million views on it. It's unbelievable. So that rematch will always be big. But if he can chalk up a few good wins, possibly. Never say never.
So look, I know you were with Matchroom. You had a deal with them, but I believe now you're another member of the Frank Warren stable. Look, Frank's doing big things. Every time I see a new signing, it's him. Why Frank Warren? Does he give you a bit of, confidence that the next sort of however long this deal is, things are going to be good? You'll be in some big fights. Why have you signed with Frank?
A few reasons. He's a Hall of Fame promoter, first of all. So it's good to have said, you're right, it's good to have said, I've been with both. They're both the biggest promoters from the UK, if not the world. I know the fights I wanted, and to get that fight, I know how to sign with Frank. Just at the right time, really. The right timing for it, and the fights I want, and, he's got a good relationship with the club as well, so if that fight's ever going to happen, it's probably going to be with Frank. Many reasons, but that's not put a shadow on Matchroom or Eddie, because they've done so much for me, and I'm very, very thankful for the time that I had with them as well.
Look, I want to ask you now, just sidebar from your career, Pat McCormack, one of your stablemates. I've seen how you boys work in that gym. It's crazy, but he's super talented. Different stage of career to you, but what are you expecting from him? He's in a good fight this week, and Robbie Davis Jr. always in good fights, always exciting. So it's something different for him to deal with. Yeah,
remember you just said that, because if he makes it look easy, that's not because of Robbie Davis Jr. is not a bad fighter. He's a very good fighter, and he's very experienced. Former British champion, am I right? So Pat's so special, and it's just keeping him motivated, and he has been for this fight. You can see it. He's really knuckled down and grafted. And I was telling someone then, I'm not the most talented in the gym, but I've got all the other things that go around it at different levels, But when I'm trying to work on something, I have a video analyst guy, Leigh, who said, you need to work on this more for this fight. And then he'll send me a video through. It was it, Pat. Next thing, you need to do this a little bit better. Get sent us some clips. Who is it? Pat. Pat just naturally does these things. He's so talented. And you're going to see a really good Pat McCormack on Saturday night.
Well, Leigh Wood, always good catching up. Looking forward to this fight coming up. It's an absolute banger. Nottingham will be on fire that night. And we'll catch up fight week.
Brilliant. See you fight week.